Hi guys, it's me Ali, and today I will be giving you a book review of a book which is Deep Work. This book I finished almost 1.5 months back, and it has been a great book. It has really improved me, you can say, in my career in terms of learning things, and I will be sharing some things from this book. It basically talks about those things which mostly nowadays self-improvement books don't cover, and that is itself deep work. Now, what is deep work? Deep work, according to this book, is basically those professional activities which you do in complete concentration, and they pushes your cognitive abilities to their limit. These activities add value, they are hard to replicate, and it improves you. So that is deep work. Now nowadays deep work is something which most of the people are not able to perform as compared to 30, 40, 50 years back, because now we have mobile phones, electronic mediums through which we can communicate every second, and just one notification can just disrupt your deep work. And that one notification could be of your WhatsApp, your Instagram, anything. So in this book, the author has told how you can perform your deep work and improve your cognitive abilities and add more value to your profession, or even as a student you can add more value to your education. You can improve as a student, and majority of my audience is of students, so this video is really essential for you. Now, if I pick up one of the example which is mentioned in the book is of Mark Twain, who has been one of the most popular authors who wrote The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Now, when he was writing that book, he was writing it in a farm in New York, and his place of writing was so isolated that his family used to blow a horn to ask him to come for the lunch. So that was the amount of deep work all the successful people used to perform during those days. Now, this book not only talks about the era when electronic medium was not that much developed, but even after the time when technology took over, even after that also, those who wanted to do deep work, or those who needed complete concentration, they were able to make it. For example, J.K. Rowling, in first 1.5 year after she made her Twitter account, she made only one tweet, and that tweet was, "This is the real me, but you won't be hearing from me often, I'm afraid, as pen and paper is my priority at the moment." This book not only talks another example this book has given is of Bill Gates. Bill Gates performs Think Week. Think Week is something where he takes a break of 2 weeks and isolates himself near in a cottage near lake, and there he would think and read for those 2 weeks, and he would try to create some new ideas. That is where he came up with the idea of Netscape communication. In this book there are also some philosophies which you can follow to perform deep work. One of the philosophy is journalistic philosophy of deep work. What happens in journalistic philosophy is that whenever you find time, you can perform that deep work. Now, fixing a time is something, or fixing a schedule for deep work is something which not everybody can do, because everybody is living a different kind of professional life or student life. Some work during night, some work during day. There are people who don't have a fixed day off, like they don't have their off on weekends, they have their random day off. So what you can do is that you can fix that day whenever you will get time randomly, and you can perform your deep work on that day. For example, 2 or 1 day a week randomly on any day, or any a month, any 3-4 days randomly, which you will get completely free for yourself to perform deep work in a month. You can choose those 3-4 days, or if you get more, that is great. So that's how you can choose your own time to perform deep work randomly. You don't need to follow a fixed schedule, because of your professional life, because of your student life, you're not able to fix a day or time, so you can just perform it whenever you get time. That is what this journalist philosophy of performing deep work is about. Now the next theory is the rhythmic philosophy of deep work. In this theory, what you can do is that you can fix a time. This is especially for those who can make a schedule, doing it on regular basis. So this is something which I like to follow. Now in deep work, if whatever I like to do in the form of deep work, it could be study, it could be reading, it could be anything, then in that that is something which I try to carry on every day on regular basis. So you can do this thing, that if you can make a schedule, if you have a fixed day off, and if you know that every day this time you will be getting time for yourself, so you can fix your schedule regarding deep work, and in that way you can just make a habit of deep work on regular basis, and that is more beneficial, just according to me. But it depends on your time and schedule. If you think journalistic theory philosophy works better for you, you can follow that. There are many other philosophies also for which you can read the book. However, I personally thought that rhythmic philosophy is going to be more suitable for me, because I can make a fixed schedule, which is going to be very helpful for me. Now you can even make grand gestures. What is the meaning of grand gesture? By that the author means, the best example for this to explain this would be the J.K. Rowling example, which is there in the book. Is that when J.K. Rowling was writing the final book of Harry Potter, which is the Deathly Hallows, in that while writing that book, she was getting distracted by maybe the dog outside, or the cleaner, or kids around. So what she did, she booked a room in one of the most luxurious hotel around her home, and she went there and she started writing the last part in that hotel. It was very expensive though, but the profit she earned from that book was so big that in front of that, paying that rent for that room was nothing. So I mean, you would just need to calculate in this way, that you can make grand gestures, especially if that is free. If that is free of cost, that would be great. Or if it is costly according to your budget, then you can look for those grand gestures which fits in your budget, and according to that you can take a step towards it. That is how you can take a grand gesture for deep work, because for deep work it is important that your concentration does not get interrupted by any kind of sound or activity, and you're completely in your own zone of concentration. That is very important for deep work, and for that at times taking grand gestures also becomes very important. Overall, I would say that this book is talking about something which every productivity and self-improvement book nowadays misses, and that is a full, complete concentration, an uninterrupted concentration, which is very important. And this book has covered that. Not only covered that, but this book is completely based on that, and it has explained it really well. So if you like this book review video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and click the bell icon. I will be coming up with more self-improvement video. Stay in and stay safe.